Welcome back to the Central Sports Pod. It's looking a little bit different here today, guys, but we still have the same four crew. So I'm Ethan.
I'm Ted.
I'm Sam.
I'm Brant.
And welcome to the Central Sports Pod.
Today, we're going to start off with a bit of an icebreaker. Sam, do you want to introduce it?
Okay, so today our icebreaker is going to be, your life is on the line. You get one quarterback and three receivers. Hail Mary from the 50.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm going to start. I'll go with my quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
My receiver one, we're going Jerry Rice, best receiver ever.
Mm-hmm.
Receiver two, we'll go sleeper, OBJ. We need some hands in the end zone.
Okay, fair.
And then we're going to go for someone big, someone tall. We're going to go Randy Moss for my wide receiver three.
Brant, you want to go next?
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I think my quarterback is going to be Josh Allen. And then
That's actually tough.
He's got an arm.
my wide receiver one, I would say Sam said it, but Randy Moss.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think number two, you got to throw Devontae Adams in there.
Damn, I was going to choose that for.
And I would say my last one is going to be DeAndre Hopkins.
Ooh, that's okay, a good
That's
pick.
good.
He's an athlete.
To be honest, I don't want to say the same quarterback that you guys chose. So this is kind of maybe a little underrated or not as popular as what you guys said, but I want Matthew Stafford at my QB.
That's
I
not a
think
bad
fair.
pick.
Not a bad pick.
Not a bad pick.
He's
And
great
I
in the
also
hurry
want
up.
my wide receiver one. I want it to be Devontae Adams. I want him down there first. Throw it up to him. I think he can catch it. Second guy down there, I want Mike Evans. I think he's one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. Multiple 1,000-yard seasons. I think he's definitely underrated. And then third guy, I want Megatron down there. Give me some hops.
Yeah.
All right, I am going to take the same QB as Sam. I'm going to have to say Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think that is
he's the goat at
best
Hail
pick, to
Marys.
be honest with you.
Best
And
Hail
then
Mary.
if we're going for receivers, got to go Devontae because I want a little bit of chemistry there. I want to.
I was going to do a little
Rely on a little
stack with
chemistry
that
there,
also.
right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to have to go bit of a throwback Packers, but the legendary, I think it's Don Hudson. Is that correct? Am I correct in his name? Good old 1930s, 40s player. He's great. He's a great Packers player, and I kind of want that synergy of Packers. And I kind of think having somebody who doesn't play the same game as nowadays might be nice because he could trick some other players.
Is bro alive?
He's dead.
So there might be a little bit of a issue there, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Gonna have
and then
chemistry.
I'm gonna have to go third. I'm gonna go NFL Offensive Player of the Year this year. It's gonna be JSN. That three. He has some nasty catches.
Yeah,
He was putting together one of the greatest wide receiver seasons of all time.
Yeah.
I'll argue against that.
that's for sure.
I'd say a sleeper quarterback we might be forgetting about is Justin Herbert, too. He's got an arm on him.
Justin Herbert, all respect to him, but I just think there's better quarterbacks out there.
Yeah.
I think he's top 6 in the NFL now.
I think
It's just hard when you don't do anything for your team,
Yeah.
Before I went Justin Herbert, I would go Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time.
For sure.
All right, Ethan, do you want to start us off with our next segment?
Yeah, so we're going to be starting off with college football playoffs, college football in general, because we do still have, Navy-Army game coming up. That'll be a good one to watch this weekend. But for college football playoffs, I'm sure you guys have seen the bracket and who's playing. But first off, I'm going to start with the JMU-Oregon game. I think we all have Oregon winning. Yeah. All respect to JMU, but it's Oregon. And then it's also JMU, so Oregon. Alabama, Oklahoma. I'm taking Oklahoma. They already beat them once in the regular season. It was pretty close, but I just think that it's Alabama, and they just kind of have the Alabama I guess aura around them, which is kind of one of the reasons they got into the college football playoffs. But I think Oklahoma's the better team here. I would have them winning that game.
I agree.
Tulane.
I'm going to disagree with the Alabama pick.
Okay.
I think Roll Tide and Alabama's going to get the win.
All right. I guess it's really a toss-up. Just depends. Two great teams. And then Tulane, Ole Miss. I'm taking Ole Miss. Ole Miss is just a way better team.
Even with the coaching change, I think they'll
for
still
sure.
come out firing.
Great guys. And then Miami and Texas A&M. I think I'm going to take Texas A&M. I think Carson Beck has had an up and down season. They've had some weird losses scattered in there, some good wins, but I think Texas A&M is actually a really well-rounded team right now. I could definitely see them making a deep run if they weren't going to be going against Ohio State in the next round.
I agree. I think Miami's kind of overrated. I think Notre Dame should have got that spot over them,
Yeah.
even though they
I think
lost.
that's honestly disrespectful that didn't make it in. I think Vanderbilt or Utah could have snuck in there instead of them also.
BYU.
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 Yeah.
They had 2 good losses to Texas Tech this year.
Ton of teams that could have made it in. And then second round, Oregon, Texas Tech. I'm taking Texas Tech. They've had like a really good season. And every time they've played their top 15 teams, they played Utah and BYU. I think those were blowouts, right? If I'm correct.
I think they were.
I think they were.
Yeah, they were like.
I think we were looking
20-point
at it
wins.
yesterday, and they were.
Yeah, so I'm taking Texas Tech there. I think Oregon's good, but I think it'll be a close. I think all these games will be a close one, really. So it'll be good games to watch. But moving on to the next game, Oklahoma, Indiana.
Yeah, absolutely.
Indiana is looking really good right now. Just came off of a win in the Big Ten championship. Mendoza's looking good. I think that's also going to just continue for the rest of the postseason. Ole Miss, Georgia. I'm taking Georgia. It's just a team that has a ton of postseason history of winning, and I think it's kind of a no-brainer. But yet, once again, I think these will be close games. So no disrespect to these teams, but I think Georgia's just going to be the winner in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Texas A&M versus Ohio State. I'm still taking Ohio State. I know I said it earlier. Texas A&M is a good team, but when you play someone like Ohio State, regardless of if they just lost, last week, I think they're still going to come out on top. Big Ten has been looking really good in these college football playoffs.
The one
past 2
thing
years.
for me with Ohio State is their quarterback. He's a freshman. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see, but I still think they'll pull it off.
Yeah, that's Julian saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah. They won it last year.
Yeah.
There's no reason that they couldn't win it again, And then we're coming into the, Final Four of college football, and I think Texas Tech, Indiana, although I would love to see Texas Tech, win it all, to be honest with you, I think Indiana is the best team here, and it's not close. They're obviously the 1 seed for a reason.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree
They're the 1
with
seed
that.
for a reason, for sure. So I'm taking Indiana. I think Mendoza's going to have great games.
Yeah, I have him as my Heisman.
Yeah.
After that
we
last
will get into
week.
that later because, four nominees, and I think, Mendoza could be the winner. So, and then let's, get fast through these last ones. But Georgia, Ohio State, I'm still taking Ohio State. I think that it will be a Big Ten championship rematch in that last round. And then for the last round, Indiana, Ohio State, I'm taking Indiana. We've already seen them
agree.
beat
I
them.
think that would be a great game.
It'd be a great game.
I think it's going to be close again in another defensive battle.
It would be cool to see Ohio State get their, revenge on them and actually win that. But, you never know what could happen. And one thing I actually want to bring up, it was interesting. I was looking at last year's bracket. It was the first year, of the 12-team bracket. And in 2024, all the teams that went on byes, not a single one of them actually won their first game of the college football playoffs. They all lost. All the underdogs won. But in the first round, none of the underdogs won, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the higher seeds won in the first round, but when then they got to the, first 4 teams, all the big 4 lost, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because it can still show that even if you're not the highest rated team, you can still make an upset. I know in college basketball it's a little more it could happen at a lot higher of a rate, but I think college football we're still due for some upsets,
I agree.
I think especially with college football, because strength of schedule is such a big thing where some teams might have a harder schedule and an easier schedule, so you just haven't seen them in these situations before.
Yeah.
So just like getting to see them for that first time, play this team, just so many variables that you can't even account for.
I know. It's like Georgia was playing really random schools.
I think that's the reason Notre Dame didn't get in is because they're not in a conference.
Yeah.
Which
At the end
You gotta
of the
be
day,
in a
just gotta
conference.
be in a conference. You can't try to do your own thing.
I do think next year, though, there is a chance that they might change it to 16 or in the future.
Yeah, I think that they should actually do that. It'd be way more entertaining for the viewer. They'd make more money. It doesn't really affect
Money's
them.
what they
And then
care
you don't
about.
have
Exactly.
people opting out of bowl games just because they got robbed, too.
And you have no buys.
I do want to move into that. 2 teams, of my knowledge, have opted out of a bowl game so far, Iowa State and Notre Dame. What do you guys think about that?
Kansas State was also one. I think
Kansas
there was
State,
a couple
okay.
others, too. But
Yeah.
I think
But the two most notable that we have all heard on the ESPN.
And I saw a thing about Notre Dame about a new contract. If they're top 12, they automatically get into the college football playoffs.
Oh,
Since there are no
conference.
conference.
Yeah.
Now I'm not sure about what that actually is going to look like, but that's just something that I saw yesterday.
No, that makes sense.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Before we move on from all the college football, I do want to talk about the top bowl games really quick. Obviously, we have bowl games like Orange Bowl and stuff in the college football playoffs, but outside of that, we have some really good games actually. The first one that I want to talk about is the Citrus Bowl, which is Texas versus Michigan. 2 teams that are really good, great QBs. They got Arch Manning and
Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, Bryce Underwood. And it's on New Year's Eve, so that'll be fun to watch.
I think Michigan's going to come out on top of that one.
I do too. I think Michigan has, something to prove. They've kind of fallen off in the past couple years, but I think they're still a great team. I think Texas just is a little too young, and they don't really have the experience. They have the experience, but recently I think that Michigan will just come out on top. I think they have the better coaching staff at the end of the day also.
Yeah.
Also, BYU versus Georgia Tech, another top 25 matchup. It's the Pop-Tart Bowl. BYU was just barely snubbed from the college football playoffs, so I think
they'll come out firing and win that game by a lot.
I don't
so
think there's a way that we can say BYU is going to win that.
I think there totally is a chance. Yeah. But Georgia Tech obviously is a kind of a sleeper top 25 team this year. One of the ones that have kind of snuck in those. It's kind of irregular, I guess I would say. It's not really a team you see in the AP top 25, so I would like to see it come out to a good game. And then lastly, Iowa versus Vanderbilt, the Rely Quest Bowl. I'm an Iowa fan, but I got to say, I think we're kind of cooked in that.
I think Vanderbilt's too good this year.
Vanderbilt is way too good.
They were a snub for playoffs.
I think they got robbed.
Yeah, did they ever play that other game that they were?
No, it would have been interesting to see, though.
It would have, yeah, because I did see, I think some other teams scheduled extra games maybe. I forget. That weren't conference play or something like that, but it would have been interesting to see. But, I think the SEC team, it's their best season of all time. Yeah. It's the first time they've done that good. What are they? Were they 11 or 10 wins?
I think they were 11.
Yeah, which is great. That's the best season of all time in the history of their franchise. So, yeah, I think Vanderbilt might win, to be honest with you.
I don't want to stay on college football too long, but what do we think about the coaching changes that have been going on during the season?
I think you're obviously mostly hitting towards
Iowa State.
Iowa State, and I would say Ole Miss is a really big one because them not letting him coach the bowl game is the football.
It's almost disrespectful because he coaches them this far and then you just drop them. Like, that's crazy. But lastly, Heisman, I'm just going to say Mendoza all across the board.
I'd say Mendoza.
I would go Mendoza.
I think the sleeper is going to be Jeremiah Love. He had a very good season.
No, really good season.
I just don't think he can compete with Mendoza.
And I think also at the end of the day, who made the college football playoffs
is going to
play
a
really big role in this.
All right.
Moving on, you want to go to
college basketball, Brant?
Oh, college basketball. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up these games from last week and this week real quick. So on Tuesday, December 2nd, we had Florida versus Duke, which Florida last year was the national champion, and obviously they graduated a lot of guys, and so did Duke. But that was a very good game, and Duke ended up coming out on top 67-66.
Duke is really good this year.
I agree.
Almost better than last year. And the Florida Gators, what do you guys think about Xavier Lee? It's a switch up.
I think it's a switch up, and it wasn't a great one for him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he hasn't proven himself too much.
It's just rough. I mean, you have Boogie on there also, and he's just getting overshadowed. Xavier Lee's just getting overshadowed by Boogie. I think that the best idea for him would have been to transfer to a different school if he wanted, actually, if he really wanted to, or just stay over at Tigers. What is it called again? What's the school?
I forgot where he was at before.
It was a
smaller school, which I think.
Well, it was Ivy League school. Yeah.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
Who's the Tigers?
Tigers.
I think
Princeton.
Princeton, yeah.
Princeton, yeah.
He's at Princeton. I think that's a big switch up in conference.
He was looking great. He was looking really good. I think he should have gone to Big Ten, to be honest with you. I think it's a different level of ball in the two conferences. But yeah.
Another big game we had that day was, or two big games was, one was number 5 UConn versus number 19 Kansas, and UConn ended up coming out on top 61-56. What do you guys think about that one?
Kansas, I loved Kansas. Had their run 3 years ago or however many years ago it was, but teams just move out of being great.
And UConn doesn't.
UConn is one of those teams that's always good.
Yeah. I mean, when you have a program that works and you don't need to change anything, you're going to keep being good until you either run out of money or you have a really big mess up. And I mean, for the next decade, I think these teams are going to be dominant. You're going to see other ones come in and probably win championships, but you're always going to have to talk about UConn and Duke.
Yeah. It's money. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's money. It's what what team has the most money to
and not
recruit
just
players.
Not just money, just popularity in general. The noise of I'm committed to UConn, I'm committed to Duke.
Yeah.
That comes with a certain energy and a certain thing that you bring to the table when you're talking about going NBA or overseas or really any form of pro basketball. If you tell them that you play for UConn or Duke, they're gonna see you as a higher standard of player than maybe someone who went to a smaller school like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, DeVries, Tucker DeVries plays for Indiana now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, with his
He's
dad.
projected to go to NBA now. I think second round, but still he's going to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
I think that's probably a pretty solid take to say that. But I think 2 years ago when he was on Drake, he wasn't getting as much coverage. Obviously,
Yeah.
they went, you know, March Madness. They had a great season. But I don't know if he would have gotten drafted at Drake. It's just a matter of what program are you playing for nowadays.
Yes, it really is a popularity game at this point in terms of getting recruited. And then once you're seen, that's where the talent starts to come in. But until then, you got to be lucky and you got to go to a school that's popular and a school that's going to brand you.
And the thing is, I've seen these takes with should people be going to these teams that don't have football teams,
Yeah.
because they're having to split the NIL money or the money for the programs in between each other. And so maybe people want to go to what is it called, St.
Creighton.
John's,
Yeah,
St. John's more because they don't have a football team. They're going to get a lot more money to go there.
I mean, they have a great coaching staff too. I think Rick Pitino's great.
Oh yeah, he's an icon for. I mean, honestly, everyone
Brant,
knows who
do
he
you
is.
want to lead us through some of the big games for the coming week?
Yeah, there was one more game on Tuesday that I wanted to mention. Number 14 UNC versus Kentucky, unranked Kentucky, by the way, 67-64. Obviously, Kentucky was a great team in the past, but
Rob Dillon,
with the coaching switch up, I think they've just taken a step down.
Yeah.
And I think that was a big part. And then on Saturday, you had Iowa State versus Purdue, and Purdue was the number 1 team at home, and they
people
ended up
thought they were
losing.
going to stay like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen all the AP rankings, and people thought that Purdue was going to stay number 1 for a long time. Iowa State obviously shook that up, and now Iowa State is the 4th ranked team in the nation.
I mean, I think they turned a lot of heads with that. I mean, that just shows how easily college basketball rankings can be flipped and maybe inaccurately placed, because if you win one game, then all about it, you can just shoot up.
Yeah.
Especially early in the season.
And I was at the Alcorn State, Iowa State game.
Yeah.
I'm an Iowa fan, but they were playing really good. I've got to say that. They scored 130 points. That's insane. Milinkovic or Momcilovic. Dude, 8 threes in a row is insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 24 points off of just threes is crazy. 24.
And tomorrow we have Iowa State versus Iowa in a big game. That should be good.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's going to
amazing.
be good. Last time the number 4 ranked Iowa State played unranked Iowa, it actually came down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah.
And Iowa State won by 1 point. So regardless of the final score, I think it'll be a close one, or at least I hope it is. That's Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, like Ted said, we have number 13 Illinois versus number 23 Nebraska in a Big Ten matchup.
Yeah.
That should be a good game.
I'm ready for conference play. It's
Yeah.
and men's basketball is going to be a lot more fun to watch as we get into.
And then you got number 1 Arizona versus number 12 Alabama. Arizona's obviously one of the best teams in the nation, and they're ranked number 1 for a reason.
Yeah.
So that should be a good game. And Alabama's always very good too.
Yeah.
All right, should we move on to our 30-second hot takes segment?
I agree.
All right, for this segment, we have one hot take from a very special guest, our producer, Kamarion.
Kamarion, let's get in.
All right. Let's hear it.
Cam Newton is the best quarterback of all time, and there's no debate. He could do anything on the field. He can run, he can throw. He had an arm. His accuracy was not perfect, but it was up there, man. He led the Panthers to a 15-1 record in 2015, arguably against probably a lot of good defenses in that time.
Yeah.
They sadly lost in the Super Bowl, sadly, to the Broncos. One of the best defenses of all
Peyton Manning.
time
Yeah.
against no-fly zone. Yeah, and
I think we've had this talk a lot.
I don't love it.
between
I
us.
don't love the
And
take.
I would just want to say that Cam Newton is, I mean, he's very known for
Rushing
being
ability.
dual threat, but specifically that rushing ability.
Yeah.
And I mean, in my opinion, there's just better rushing quarterbacks. Michael Vick, Lamar.
no, Michael. I saw the highlight.
Yes, we were doing this the other day. We
Yeah, we
watched
saw the
Michael Vick
highlights.
highlights because we thought they had the same archetype, I just I don't see the hype with Michael Vick compared to Cam Newton.
I think it's an argument that Cam Newton is the greatest rushing quarterback of all time, but I think he's not as clutch in big games as other quarterbacks, and he didn't have that longevity that people like Tom Brady or Big Ben or Philip Rivers does. But I do think it is a valid take to say that he's the best
I
rusher.
have a question about that longevity. Do you think all the quarterbacks that were dual threat has less time in the NFL than most quarterbacks do?
I mean, I think that's true. I mean,
I would say yes.
the more you rely on your legs and your ability to be explosive throughout a long career in such a physical game, I mean, that does have to be brought into it about how we can't expect rushing quarterbacks to keep doing their thing until they're like 35. Whereas a guy like Tom Brady, who's just
the pocket princess,
absolutely not made to run, just sit in the pocket and make absolutely pitch perfect passes.
Yeah, I guess I haven't even thought about that before, but it totally makes sense. I mean, we've seen Lamar struggle with injuries this year.
So do you think Lamar and Josh Allen has not that much time left in the league?
Lamar, maybe. Josh Allen, no.
I think Josh Allen has more time than Lamar.
I think Josh Allen has more time.
I will say,
I think they'll stick around though. Obviously, if you're that good, you're gonna stick around.
I think the big thing with Cam Newton is it's not that he retired. He pretty much just couldn't get a contract.
Yeah.
I mean, like, is he even officially retired now? I don't think so. So that's where, like, you can't say they're the best, but then they couldn't get a contract.
Yeah.
Like,
and I don't think you can ever say someone's the best without a Super Bowl. I mean, like, winning culture is such a big thing now. And, I mean, if you have 0 Super Bowls, there's just not a world where I see you as better than someone who has 7 Super Bowls.
But
most skilled, yes, but not best.
At the end of the day, I think we can agree or kind of come to some consensus that Cam Newton is one of the best rushing, quarterbacks of all time.
I would definitely have him in my top 2 or top 3.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Kamarion.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
We're
you.
going to go back to the normal podcast.
This was a Central Sports Podcast. We had some camera issues at the end, but this was episode 2. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.